Bellagio Underground Parking, June 3, 2000, 2:47 p.m. The concrete walls echo with ventilation hum. Fluorescent lights cast harsh shadows between support pillars, B7 through B12. A white Chevrolet Suburban, license plate Nevada, idles in parking space B9. Behind the wheel sits Jose Vigoa. His hands never shake. 17 minutes until the Brinks truck arrives. Two accomplices adjust body armor in the back seat. Level 3A ballistic vests, ceramic trauma plates, military precision guides every movement. This is not a desperate man robbing for drug money. This is a Cuban-born, Soviet-trained Special Forces operative who spent 15 years learning to end life without hesitation. A soldier who defected to America seeking freedom and found only rejection. For 2 years, he has waged a private war against Las Vegas. 6 casino armored car robberies. Over $800,000 stolen. 2 security guards were fatally shot before they could react. The city's casinos have tried to bury his existence. No press releases, no public warnings. Fear costs more than money. But today, Jose Vigoa will make his first and only mistake. A single unguarded moment that will end his war and seal his fate. Security camera BGUG-07 will capture his face. To understand how a decorated combat veteran became Vegas's most methodical criminal, we need to go back almost 30 years. Before we get into it, don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit hype to boost this episode. Drop a comment below with your city or country. I'm always curious where viewers are joining from. Havana, Cuba, March 15, 1975. 0800 hours. 13-year-old Jose Luis Vigoa stands in formation with 47 other selected children at Jose Marti Military Academy. Cuban intelligence has spent 6 months identifying exceptional candidates. Above-average intelligence quotient, natural leadership indicators, complete absence of fear response under stress testing. The morning inspection reveals his psychological profile, adaptable under pressure, retains complex instructions without error, shows no emotional attachment to family structures, perfect candidate for extended deployment. The Soviet Union needs Cuban proxies for covert operations across Africa, Asia, and the Middle East. Boys like Jose will be forged into perfect weapons, expendable, deniable, completely loyal to ideology rather than nationality. Colonel Rafael Menendez reviews the final selection list. Jose Vigoa ranks 3rd among candidates. High marks for physical conditioning, weapons aptitude, and psychological resilience. No documented weaknesses except minor disciplinary infractions related to unauthorized leadership of other students. Jose Marti Academy records. March 20th, 1975. Student 4471, JV, demonstrates exceptional tactical thinking during war games exercises, leads smaller teams to victory against numerically superior opponents through superior positioning and resource allocation. Instructors note his ability to remain calm under simulated combat conditions. Intelligence assessment. Subject shows strong potential for special operations training. Recommend immediate transfer to advanced program. Simferopol Training Facility, Ukraine, August 12, 1976, 0430 hours. Sub-zero temperatures bite through regulation gear. Jose endures 18-hour training cycles without complaint or visible fatigue. Soviet Spetsnaz instructors teach him to end with bare hands, navigate by star positions, survive on insects and rainwater for extended periods. Training Sergeant Victor Petrov documents his progress. Cuban recruit 7623 exceeds performance standards in all categories. Hand-to-hand combat proficiency, exceptional. Marksmanship scores, consistently above 90%. Survival training, completes all requirements ahead of schedule. His specialty becomes infiltration and close-quarters combat. Soviet military doctrine emphasizes silent elimination of targets, intelligence gathering, and extraction without detection. Jose masters these skills with mechanical precision. Spetsnaz Evaluation Report, December 1976. Recruit demonstrates complete emotional control under extreme conditions. Pain tolerance exceeds normal human parameters. Shows no hesitation when ordered to end training targets. Classification: operationally reliable. Highest designation for foreign recruits. The psychological evaluation notes one concerning trait. Jose shows no loyalty to Cuban political ideology. His motivation stems from professional pride rather than communist beliefs. This makes him both more reliable as an operative and more dangerous if his allegiance shifts. Luanda, Angola, February 8, 1979, 2300 hours. Jose leads reconnaissance missions through UNITA rebel-controlled territory. His 8-man unit operates behind enemy lines for weeks without resupply or communication. They gather intelligence on weapons shipments, troop movements, and supply routes. Mission Report 79-208. Team leader Vigoa successfully infiltrated rebel compound, eliminated 3 sentries without raising alarm, retrieved documents identifying South African weapon suppliers, 0 casualties sustained during extraction. His tactical reports describe perfect execution under extreme conditions. No hesitation during combat, no mistakes during planning, no mercy toward enemies. Soviet commanders recognize him as their most effective Cuban asset. Operational statistics. Angola deployment missions completed. 14 separate engagements. Casualties under his command. 0 intelligence objectives achieved. 100% enemy combatants eliminated. 23 confirmed disciplinary infractions. None. Kandahar Province, Afghanistan. September 23, 1981. Ijoar 200 hours. Soviet forces deploy Jose's team against Mujahideen strongholds and mountain cave complexes. His tactical knowledge of guerrilla warfare proves invaluable against insurgent fighters using similar Soviet-trained tactics. Operation Granite Storm requires his team to eliminate a Pakistani-funded weapons cache hidden in limestone caves. Approach route crosses 15 miles of hostile territory. Extraction depends on precise timing with helicopter support. Jose's after-action report describes methodical execution. Penetrated target area undetected. Placed explosive charges according to technical specifications. Eliminated 6 guards during withdrawal phase. Detonation destroyed estimated 800 weapons and 40,000 rounds of ammunition. Soviet Military Intelligence Assessment, 1983. Agent Vigoa represents optimal result of international training program. Combat effectiveness equals or exceeds native Soviet Special Forces personnel. Psychological profile indicates permanent reliability under any operational conditions. But political winds shift across the communist world. The Cold War enters its final phase. Economic pressures force reduction in foreign military programs. Cuba can no longer guarantee Moscow's investment in foreign operatives like Jose. Classified communication. Moscow to Havana. January 1985. Terminate all Cuban Special Forces training programs. Existing operatives to be reassigned to domestic security duties. International operations suspended indefinitely. Jose receives orders to return to Cuba for reassignment to prison guard duties. After 8 years of elite training and combat operations, the system offers him a uniform and a whistle. His skills become worthless overnight. Florida Straits, April 19, 1987, 347 hours. Jose constructs a makeshift raft from oil drums and wooden planks. Navigation by compass and star charts learned during Spetsnaz training. Water and food supplies calculated for 3-day journey to U.S. territorial waters. The crossing takes 4 days. Currents push him 60 miles southeast of Key West. Dehydration nearly ended him before U.S. Coast Guard cutter Tampa locates his position through routine patrol. U.S. Coast Guard Incident Report, CG 87-1156. Rescued Cuban national claiming political asylum. Subject appears to have military training based on physical condition and survival equipment construction. Immigration officials notified for processing. Miami immigration detention. April 27, 1987. Jose claims political persecution due to his refusal to support communist government policies. Immigration officials find his story credible, but his military background troubling. 8 years of Soviet Special Forces training creates security concerns. America welcomes defectors from communist countries. America does not welcome trained killers seeking new employers or opportunities to sell classified knowledge to hostile governments. Immigration interview transcript, case 87, 2341, Officer Peterson. What specific skills did you learn during military service? Subject: Standard infantry training, weapons maintenance, physical conditioning. Officer Peterson: Records indicate specialized training in USNR. Please elaborate. Subject: Basic combat instruction only. Jose conceals the full extent of his capabilities. Spetsnaz training remains classified. Operational details cannot be verified through normal channels. His survival depends on appearing ordinary rather than exceptional. Miami, Florida, June 15, 1987. Jose applies for positions with private security firms, police departments, and military contractors. His applications are systematically denied without detailed explanation. Background checks reveal classified Soviet training that cannot be verified or discussed with civilian employers. Security clearance requirements eliminate federal employment opportunities. Private companies fear liability issues associated with hiring former communist operatives. The country he risked his life to reach has no use for his particular skills. Employment rejection letter. Dade County Police: Thank you for your interest in law enforcement career opportunities. Unfortunately, your application cannot be processed due to incomplete background verification requirements. Henderson, Nevada, March 8, 1991. 1,400 hours after serving 9 years for drug trafficking charges, Jose walks out of Nevada State Prison into blazing desert heat. No family connections, no employment prospects, no identity beyond what he learned in Soviet training camps 20 years earlier. The American dream has become a cruel joke. Freedom without purpose feels worse than captivity with clear mission objectives. He rents a studio apartment on Water Street for $340 per month and takes night shift work at Henderson Industrial Warehouse, earning $8.50 per hour. His skills include silent killing, advanced weapons training, tactical planning, and survival under extreme conditions. None of these abilities transfer to civilian employment. The system that created him has abandoned him. The country that accepted him has rejected him. But Jose Vigoa still possesses capabilities designed for warfare, and Las Vegas is about to give him the perfect target for those skills. Las Vegas Strip, October 14, 1995. 2,200 hours corporate ownership transforms old-school casinos into profit-maximizing machines. Steve Wynn opens the Bellagio. Sheldon Adelson expands the Venetian. Kirk Kerkorian sells MGM Grand to Deutsche Bank for $6.4 billion. The mob's protection rackets disappear into quarterly earnings reports. Security becomes bureaucratic, predictable, vulnerable to systematic analysis. Jose studies the new landscape from his warehouse supervisor position at Henderson Industrial Storage. Night shifts provide perfect observation opportunities of armored truck movements across the valley. From his loading dock, he watches Brinks vehicles follow identical routes every Tuesday and Friday. Guards use the same radio frequencies monitored by commercially available scanners. Money transfers happen on rigid schedules published in internal casino memos that cleaning crews accidentally discard. Henderson Industrial Warehouse, December 3, 1995. Jose develops systematic intelligence gathering procedures. He maps casino locations, guard shift rotations, and armored car routes using military reconnaissance techniques. Target Alpha, MGM Grand, Monday, Wednesday, Friday pickups at 13:30 hours, Target. Bravo, Desert Inn, Tuesday, Thursday pickups at 10:45 hours, Target. Charlie, Mandalay Bay, daily pickups at 11:30 hours. The casinos treat security like theater. Cameras and uniforms create illusion of protection, while actual procedures remain sloppy and undisciplined. Tactical assessment. January 1996. Jose identifies fundamental weaknesses in casino security protocols. Primary vulnerability. Guards follow predictable routes and timing. Secondary vulnerability. Limited coordination between casino security and law enforcement. Tertiary vulnerability. Money transport occurs during predictable shift rotations when surveillance attention focuses on incoming personnel. Henderson Industrial District, January 23, 1998. 300 hours. Jose assembles his crew using military recruiting principles developed during Angola operations. He selects men with combat experience, weapons training, and desperate financial situations that create dependable motivation. Luis Antonio Suarez, former Army mechanic, honorable discharge 1991. Current employment, part-time auto repair. Monthly income, $980. Outstanding debts, $23,400 in credit cards and medical bills. Psychological profile, follows orders without question. Pedro Miguel Duarte, Jose's brother-in-law through marriage to his sister Carmen. Military police training, Marine Corps 1984-1988. Current employment, unemployed. Outstanding debts, $18,700 in child support and gambling losses. Psychological profile, desperate for income. Family loyalty. Oscar Ronaldo, Cineros, Navy weapons specialist, dishonorably discharged 1989 for assault charges. Current employment, security guard at downtown casino. Monthly income, $340. Outstanding debts, $200 in legal fees and loan shark obligations. Psychological profile, violent tendencies, needs structure. Each man owes money to creditors who threaten physical violence or legal action. Desperation creates loyalty. Military structure provides direction. Jose never mentions ideology or political motivation. This is business. Professional, efficient, profitable. Crew training phase. February-August 1998. Jose conducts tactical exercises in abandoned warehouses outside Henderson. Radio communication protocols. Vehicle operation under pressure. Weapons handling and maintenance. Rapid deployment and withdrawal procedures. Training emphasizes overwhelming force applied with surgical precision. No heroics, no improvisation, no deviation from established plans. Military discipline prevents the amateur mistakes that destroy most criminal operations. Financial planning analysis. Jose calculates risk-to-reward ratios for potential targets. MGM Grand. Estimated weekly cash volume, $2.8 million. Security rating, moderate Desert Inn. Estimated weekly cash volume, $1.9 million. Security rating, low Mandalay Bay. Estimated weekly cash volume, $3.2 million. Security rating, high, New York, New York. Estimated weekly cash volume, $2.1 million. Security rating, moderate. Target selection. Criteria. September 1998. Jose selects MGM Grand for initial operation based on tactical factors rather than financial considerations. Timing. Monday afternoon pickups occur during minimal casino traffic. Location. Loading dock area isolated from public view. Personnel. 2 guards maximum. Limited backup response capability. Escape routes. Multiple highway access points within 30 seconds. MGM Grand reconnaissance. September 1st, 1998. Jose conducts detailed surveillance using techniques learned during Angola infiltration missions. He poses as maintenance contractor, food service delivery driver, and utility inspector to access restricted areas. Security camera positions mapped and recorded. Guard patrol patterns timed to the minute. Radio frequencies identified and monitored. Emergency response procedures obtained through discarded training materials. Operational security assessment. MGM Grand security weaknesses. Loading dock cameras record continuously, but no real-time monitoring. Guards carry weapons but receive no tactical combat training. Radio communications use unencrypted channels easily monitored. Emergency lockdown procedures require manual activation with 45-second delay police response time from nearest station. 4.2 minutes average MGM Grand. September 21st, 1998. 13:23 hours. 2 Brinks guards wheel a money cart containing Monday afternoon cage deposits from the casino floor toward the loading dock. Gregory Phelps, age 34, veteran guard with 6 years experience. Michael Torres, age 27, employed 18 months with clean service record. Standard Monday afternoon pickup follows identical procedures documented in Jose's reconnaissance files. Route through employee corridors. Radio check-in every 15 minutes. Vehicle positioned in loading bay space 7. Jose and his team strike during shift rotation when surveillance attention focuses on incoming personnel. Suppressed weapons eliminate noise concerns. Military formation maximizes tactical advantage. Overwhelming force prevents resistance. $500,000 disappears in 97 seconds. No injuries sustained by any participants. No witnesses except security cameras that record everything and prevent nothing. No evidence beyond empty money bags discovered in a dumpster 3 miles east on Tropicana Avenue. MGM Grand Incident Report. Case 98-5521. Las Vegas Metropolitan Police find the crime scene sterile. Professional execution. Military-style coordination. Advanced planning evident in timing and approach routes. No fingerprints, no DNA evidence, no witness testimony. Detective Sergeant Robert Hayes documents the scene. This wasn't a typical robbery. Everything about it suggests advanced tactical training. Entry and exit routes indicate detailed reconnaissance. Timing shows inside knowledge of security procedures. LVMPD Headquarters. September 22, 1998. 0800 hours. Detective Lieutenant John Patrick Alamshaw reviews the incident report during morning briefing. 28 years on the force investigating everything from convenience store holdups to organized crime operations. 6 months from mandatory retirement at age 55. He recognizes patterns that younger investigators miss. The robbery shows tactical planning beyond typical criminal capability, precision timing, professional weapons handling, systematic approach to target selection, but the casinos refuse to cooperate with investigation efforts. No press statements to reporters. No reward offers for information. No public acknowledgement that anything significant occurred. Casino Industry Response Protocol. MGM Grand Security Director issues internal memo. Incident 98-921, classified as isolated event. No media statements authorized. No cooperation with law enforcement beyond minimum legal requirements. Publicity generates copycat crimes. Silence costs less than headlines. Fear costs less than panic. The casino industry operates on the principle that admitting vulnerability encourages additional attacks. Jose's apartment, September 23, 1998, 0200 hours. Jose divides the money according to pre-established percentages. His share, $200,000. Crew shares, $100,000 each. Operational expenses, $50,000 for weapons, vehicles, and safe house rental. But the money means nothing compared to the psychological satisfaction. For the first time since leaving prison, Jose feels professionally competent. His Soviet training has found practical application. Military skills translate perfectly to civilian targets. New York Casino. April 3, 2000, 10:30 hours. Jose walks through the casino floor wearing maintenance coveralls and carrying a clipboard marked Environmental Services Inspection. He observes money cart procedures for 3 consecutive weeks, documenting security protocols with the same attention to detail used during Afghan reconnaissance missions. Money cart route, employee corridor E7 to loading dock 3. Guard complement, 2 armed personnel, 1 supervisor, radio check-in schedule. Every 12 minutes security camera coverage. Continuous recording, limited real-time monitoring, emergency response, manual alarm system, 30-second activation delay. The system operates with clockwork predictability, no variation in timing, no surprises in procedure, no real security beyond cameras that record everything and prevent nothing. Jose identifies the weakness that will define his most audacious operation yet. He doesn't want to steal money anymore. He wants to prove that their entire security apparatus is an illusion designed to comfort tourists rather than protect assets. The money didn't matter to Jose Vigoa. Control did. And he was about to demonstrate complete dominance over the system that had rejected him. Desert Inn, June 28, 1999, 14:41 hours. Jose's second operation encounters the first significant resistance. Intelligence reports indicate routine Tuesday pickup carrying approximately $180,000 in weekend cage deposits. 2 guards, Anthony Ricci, 6-year veteran, and David Chen, 18-month employee with weapons certification. The tactical plan follows MGM Grand protocols. Approach during shift change, overwhelming force, rapid extraction. But Desert Inn security has upgraded procedures following industry-wide analysis of recent casino thefts. Guard Anthony Ricci reaches for his radio instead of raising his hands. Standard resistance response triggers Oscar Cisneros to panic. Against explicit orders, he opens fire with a .45 caliber handgun. 2 guards wounded. Chen takes a bullet in the shoulder. Ricci suffers a graze wound to his forearm. Team retreats empty-handed when alarm systems activate 15 seconds ahead of projected timeline. Police arrive within 4 minutes to find blood trails, abandoned equipment, and witnesses who provide detailed descriptions of the assault team. Desert Inn Incident Report. Case 99347. Las Vegas Metropolitan Police recovers significant physical evidence, ballistic evidence, 3.45 caliber shell casings, DNA evidence, blood samples from 2 sources, fingerprint evidence, partial prints on abandoned radio equipment, witness testimony. 2 guards provide detailed suspect descriptions. Detective Hayes expands the investigation to examine an assault that nearly turned fatal. The professional appearance of the MGM grand robbery now connects to a violent assault with multiple felony implications. Jose's Safe House, June 29, 1999, 300 hours. Jose conducts post-operation analysis using Soviet military debriefing procedures. Mission failure resulted from inadequate personnel screening and insufficient tactical discipline under pressure. Primary failure, Cisneros violated engagement protocols. Secondary failure, guard resistance exceeded intelligence projections. Tertiary failure, alarm system response time shortened without prior warning. Jose studies newspaper coverage of the incident. Police describe the attack as military style and professionally coordinated despite tactical errors. Media attention forces casino industry acknowledgement of security vulnerabilities. He laughs at the tactical failure, but recognizes valuable intelligence for future operations. Next time, faster execution, better crew discipline, more comprehensive contingency planning. Mandalay Bay, October 11, 1999, 11:55 hours. Perfect execution redeems the Desert Inn disaster. Jose replaces Oscar Cisneros with Roberto Fernandez, former Army Ranger with demolitions training and complete emotional control under pressure. Target selection based on detailed vulnerability analysis. Moneycart wrote, single corridor with limited escape options for guards. Security coverage. Camera blind spots identified during 2-week reconnaissance. Guard complement. 2 personnel with minimal combat training. Police response time. 5.2 minutes average from nearest patrol unit, $80,000 taken in 117 seconds. Guards comply immediately with all instructions. No shots fired, no complications, no deviation from operational timeline. But a partial license plate recovery gives police their first substantial lead. Nevada DMV records show the vehicle registered to a Henderson address with multiple connections to Pedro Miguel Duarte. LVMPD Vehicle Registration Database. October 12, 1999. License plate fragment, Nevada, 847YT. Registered owner, Pedro Miguel Duarte. Address, 2847 Water Street, Henderson, NV 890015. Vehicle description, 1996 Chevrolet Suburban. White registration status. Current no violations background check. Pedro Duarte criminal history. 2 arrests for assault, 1 conviction for battery military service. U.S. Marine Corps 1984-1988. Military police employment status. Unemployed since March 1999. Financial status, $1,897 in outstanding debts. Family connections. Brother-in-law Jose Luis Vigoa, through marriage to Carmen Vigoa. LVMPD, Robbery Division, October 18, 1999, 14:30 hours. Lieutenant Alam Shaw connects Pedro Duarte to his brother-in-law Jose Luis Vigoa through marriage records and prison documentation. Background check reveals Cuban birth certificate, military training records, and drug conviction dating to 1982-1991. Profile matches perfectly with witness descriptions and tactical assessment. Foreign military experience, Soviet Spetsnaz training confirmed through CIA cross-reference, advanced weapons training. Small arms explosives, close quarters combat, demonstrated willingness to use violence. Combat deployments in Angola and Afghanistan. Financial desperation, no legitimate employment since prison release. Operational capability, military planning and execution skills. But Jose has vanished from official records since prison release. No current address, no employment history, no bank accounts or credit cards. He exists in cash-only shadow economy beyond standard police surveillance methods. Surveillance operation, October 20th, November 15th, 1999. Alam Shah establishes surveillance of Pedro Duarte's residence and known associates. 26 days of continuous monitoring produced no contact with Jose Vigoa or evidence of criminal planning. Surveillance log indicates Duarte follows normal unemployment routine, daily activities, job searching, grocery shopping, family visits, financial behavior, uses food stamps and unemployment benefits, social contacts, limited to immediate family members, suspicious activity, none observed, tactical intelligence analysis. Alam Shah realizes Jose operates with sophisticated operational security learned during Soviet training. No electronic communications, no pattern of behavior, no predictable routines or vulnerabilities. Standard police investigation techniques prove inadequate against a target trained in counter-surveillance by one of the world's most effective intelligence services. New York, New York. April 15, 2000 Tollers, 10:45 hours. Jose executes his most audacious operation using psychological manipulation rather than direct force. No weapons visible, no masks required, no apparent crime in progress. He approaches a money cart during routine transfer, wearing a maintenance supervisor's uniform and carrying forged authorization documents printed on authentic MGM Grand letterhead obtained through dumpster reconnaissance. Security guards Jason Mitchell and Robert Santos assume he has legitimate business when he produces official-looking paperwork requesting emergency cart transfer to MGM Grand for weekend audit compliance. Jose simply wheels $100,000 out through employee exits while guards stand aside. Cameras record everything and trigger no alarms because no obvious criminal activity occurs. The theft goes undetected for 6 hours until cage audit reveals missing deposits. New York, New York Incident Report, Case 001-18223. Security Director reviews surveillance footage showing perfect execution of social engineering attack. Time, 10:45, 10:47 hours. Method, fraudulent authorization documentation. Result, $100,000 stolen without violence or alarm activation. Evidence, clear video of perpetrator but no actionable intelligence. Alam Shah's office, April 16, 2000 Mars. 0800 hours, 6 different task forces investigate casino robberies across Las Vegas. 4 separate security companies guard different properties with no coordination protocols. 3 federal agencies claim jurisdiction over armored car theft cases. No information sharing, no unified response, no comprehensive analysis of connected crimes. FBI Special Agent Catherine Rodriguez argues for federal jurisdiction based on interstate commerce violations. Treasury Department claims authority due to cash transportation regulations. ATF wants involvement because of weapons violations. Alam Shah realizes the pattern spans 2 years and multiple locations. Military precision increases with each operation. Escalating boldness suggests growing confidence. Professional crew with specialized skills and extensive planning capability. Case file analysis, April 18, 2000. Alam Shah creates comprehensive timeline of connected robberies. September 21st, 1998. MGM Grand, $500,000. Perfect execution. June 28, 1999. Desert Inn, $0. Violent resistance. Evidence recovered October 11, 1999. Mandalay Bay, $80,000. Partial plate number. April 15, 2000. New York, New York, $100,000. Social engineering total financial loss. $680,000 operational pattern. Escalating sophistication and audacity. Criminal progression. Theft to violence to psychological manipulation. Investigative breakthrough cross-referencing license plate fragment with criminal databases produces Jose Luis Vigoa's name through Pedro Duarte connection. Additional background research reveals Soviet military training and specialized combat skills. The detective now knows the face and identity of his target. He just needs Jose Vigoa to make a single tactical mistake that will provide actionable evidence for arrest and conviction. Ross Dress for Less, Henderson, March 3, 2000 Tollers, 15:17 hours. A small Brinks pickup route includes the discount clothing store as its final stop. Friday afternoon deposits typically contain minimal cash from a retail location that serves working-class families buying discounted merchandise. Expected haul, approximately $4,000 in credit card processing fees and cash register deposits. Guards Richard Michael Say, age 47, and Gary Anthony Prestige, age 23, follow standard procedures for low-value pickups. Saya has 16 years of experience with Brink's Armored Transport. Prestige completed training 8 months earlier and maintains perfect attendance record. Jose watches from across the parking lot in a stolen Honda Civic, license plate removed. The operation offers minimal financial profit but maximum tactical value. Testing new equipment acquired through black market contacts, training crew discipline under live fire conditions, proving dominance over any target regardless of monetary considerations. Tactical analysis. Ross dress for less. Jose's operational planning reveals systematic approach to violence, target assessment, 2 guards with standard sidearms and minimal tactical training, escape routes, 3 separate highway access points within 90 seconds, witness potential. Minimal foot traffic at 3:17 p.m. on weekday, police response. Henderson PD Station, 7.3 minutes average response time. Risk factors. Daylight operation in public area increases exposure, 15-17 hours. Approach phase. Jose and Roberto Fernandez approach from opposite angles using suppressed weapons to eliminate audio signature. Military movement patterns learned during Angola operations. No verbal commands or warnings given to targets. Both guards die instantly. Richard Saw takes 2 bullets to center mass. Gary Prestige receives single head shot when he attempts to draw his weapon. Professional execution with no hesitation or tactical errors. $4,000 for 2 lives. The mathematics appall even hardened investigators who have seen every variety of criminal violence. Henderson Police Crime Scene. March 3, 2000. 15:34 hours. Initial responders confirmed 2 fatalities adjacent to the cash transport. Vehicle doors remain locked. Money bags unopened. No signs of struggle or resistance. Detective Maria Santos documents the scene. Both victims ended with precise shot placement. Professional marksmanship. No evidence of panic or amateur execution. Perpetrators demonstrated advanced tactical training. Clark County Coroner. March 4, 2000. 0900 hours. Forensic pathologist Dr. Robert Chen conducts autopsies on both victims. Richard Saw. 2 .45 caliber wounds to chest cavity, heart and aorta damage. Death instantaneous, Gary Prestige. Single, .45 caliber wound to head. Brainstem severed. Death instantaneous. Ballistic analysis recovers bullet fragments and shell casings. Blood spatter patterns indicate one perpetrator suffered minor injury during the assault. DNA sample from blood evidence enters state database for comparison with future arrests or existing criminal records. Forensic evidence analysis. Crime scene investigation produces actionable intelligence. Ballistic evidence. .45 caliber bullets consistent with previous casino robberies. DNA evidence. Blood sample from unknown subject, suitable for database comparison. Footprint evidence, military-style boot impressions, size 10 and size 11. Vehicle evidence, tire tracks from Honda Civic, stolen 12 hours before robbery. Clark County District Attorney. March 5, 2000. Prosecutor. Jennifer Walsh confirms that the case will advance under capital statutes once arrests are made. 2 guards lost their lives in what investigators describe as a shift from property crime to deliberate violence. Henderson Police Station, March 5, 2000 hours, 1400 hours. Public outrage forces unprecedented cooperation between agencies previously competing for jurisdiction. FBI task force established with Lieutenant Alamshaw as local liaison. Reward fund reaches $75,000 for information leading to arrest. Media coverage breaks casino silent strategy. Las Vegas Review-Journal headline, Armored Car Killers Terrorize Valley. Local television stations broadcast security footage and witness descriptions. Jose Vigoa's crimes have escalated beyond robbery. The rules have changed completely. Regional Task Force Meeting. March 6, 2000. FBI Special Agent Rodriguez coordinates multi-agency response. Participating agencies, FBI, ATF, Henderson PD, LVM PD, Clark County Sheriff Resource Allocation. 47 investigators assigned full-time intelligence sharing, daily briefings and centralized database public information, $75,000 reward offer, media cooperation authorized crew restructuring. March 8, 2000, Jose fires Luis Suarez and Pedro Duarte for minor security violations that previous versions of himself would have ignored. Suarez asked too many questions about future plans. Duarte mentioned the Henderson operation to his wife Carmen. He recruits new crew members with no criminal experience or combat training. Miguel Santos, unemployed construction worker, no military background. Ramon Valdez, part-time casino security guard, gambling debts. Carlos Mendez, auto mechanic, child support obligations, tactical planning error. Jose's personnel changes violate fundamental military principles learned during Soviet training. Operational security, new recruits lack proven loyalty under pressure, tactical capability, untrained personnel increase mission failure probability. Crew cohesion, team members have no shared combat experience, but paranoia overrides rational analysis. Jose trusts no one with knowledge of his identity or operational history. Intelligence analysis. March 10, 2000. Jose researches potential targets for final operation using public records and media coverage. Bellagio. Highest cash volume, maximum security, significant challenge. Venetian. Moderate cash volume, upgraded security, medium risk. Luxor, lower cash volume, standard security, minimal challenge. He selects Bellagio despite tactical risks. Pride demands the most difficult target. Professional reputation requires demonstrating capability against the industry's most sophisticated security apparatus. Reconnaissance phase. March 15th, May 30th, 2000. Jose conducts 11 weeks of detailed surveillance on Bellagio operations. Guard rotations, documented to the minute for all shifts. Camera coverage, blind spots identified through systematic observation. Money cart routes, timed and mapped with precision instruments. Emergency procedures, response protocols obtained through social engineering. Police coordination, response times calculated using actual test calls. Fear doesn't stop Jose Vigoa from proceeding with his most dangerous operation. It fuels obsession with precision that will ultimately provide police with the evidence needed to destroy him. Bellagio Casino, June 3, 2000, 15:04 hours. 3 men in Level 3A body armor stormed the underground loading dock area through employee entrance 7B. Jose leads Miguel Santos and Ramon Valdez in formation learned during Spetsnaz training 25 years earlier. Assault rifles, 3 H&K MP5 submachine guns with suppressed barrels, body armor, ceramic trauma plates rated for rifle rounds, communications, tactical headsets with encrypted frequency equipment, bolt cutters, explosive charges, zip tie restraints. Overwhelming firepower applied with surgical precision against 2 Brinks guards and 1 Bellagio security supervisor. Target intelligence. Bellagio operations. Jose's reconnaissance identified optimal timing for maximum cash availability. Saturday afternoon pickup, $160,000 in weekend gaming revenue. Security complement, 2 guards plus casino supervisor. Camera coverage, 6 angles with real-time monitoring. Emergency response. Direct line to LVMPD with 90-second activation. Escape routes. 3 separate exits to Las Vegas Boulevard. 15:04, 15:05 hours. Execution phase. 90 seconds inside the facility, Jose's team moves with mechanical precision developed through months of rehearsal in abandoned warehouses. Santos secures the guards while Valdez positions blocking charges at entrance points. Jose opens the money transport containers using techniques learned during Afghanistan operations. $160,000 in high-denomination chips and cash loaded into duffel bags. No injuries sustained by any participant. No complications encountered during withdrawal phase. Operational success metrics. Entry to exit time, 90 seconds resistance encountered. None casualties inflicted. 0 mission objectives achieved, 100% evidence left behind. Minimal total financial haul across 6 operations. $844,000 over 27 months of criminal activity. Bellagio Security Office. 15:06 hours head of security. Thomas Brennan reviews surveillance footage in real time through 16 different camera angles. Professional execution demonstrates military bearing and complete operational control. But camera BGUG-E07 captures Jose Vigoa's face during final approach to employee entrance 7B. Unmasked. Clear facial features. Perfect identification opportunity. The footage freezes on his features for 2.3 seconds. After 2 years of operating in shadows, Jose Vigoa has given police exactly what they need for positive identification and arrest warrant. Facial recognition analysis. Bellagio Security runs the image through FBI database within 12 minutes. Subject identification, Jose Luis Vigoa, DOB 04-23-1962. Criminal history, drug trafficking conviction, 1982-1991. Military background, Cuban Special Forces, Soviet training, current status, federal fugitive, armed and extremely dangerous, Henderson Police Dispatch. 15:22 hours, all units alert broadcasts, Jose's description and vehicle information across Las Vegas metropolitan area. Subject, Jose Luis Vigoa, Hispanic male, 5 and 8. 170 lbs vehicle, white Chevrolet Suburban, Nevada plate, 847 YRT status, armed and extremely dangerous. Military training instructions. Do not approach alone. SWAT backup required SWAT teams mobilized from 3 different stations. Helicopter units scramble for aerial surveillance. Tactical response includes 47 officers with military-grade equipment. Vigoa's apartment, 15:47 hours. Jose watches through window blinds as tactical units establish perimeter around his building at 2847 Water Street. Armored vehicles block all street access. Sharpshooters position on neighboring rooftops. No escape routes remain available. No backup plan exists for this contingency. No options except surrender or armed resistance against overwhelming force. Military training dictates tactical assessment. Enemy forces outnumber friendly forces 47-1. Superior equipment and positioning. Air support available. Resistance would result in certain death. He chooses flight over hopeless battle. Escape attempt. 15:47, 16:12 hours. Jose exits through basement window into storm drainage system beneath Henderson residential area. Storm tunnels provide concealed movement for approximately 800 meters before surfacing near Warm Springs Road, but thermal imaging equipment tracks his progress through concrete pipes. Police dogs follow scent trail despite underground movement. Helicopter coordinates ground units using infrared signatures. High-speed pursuit. 16:12, 16:31 hours. White Chevrolet Suburban emerges from residential area at 90 miles per hour through neighborhood streets. Police pursuit involves 12 patrol units and 2 helicopters broadcasting overhead coordinates. Chase route, Water Street to Boulder Highway to Warm Springs Road. Maximum speed, 94 mph in 35 memory mount residential zones. Duration, 19 minutes covering 12.7 miles. Traffic incidents, 3 minor collisions, no injuries. The Suburban crashes into construction barriers at Warm Springs Road and Stephanie Street. Jose abandons the vehicle and flees on foot through half-built housing developments. Foot pursuit, 16:31, 16:51. Hours police dogs track Jose through concrete foundations and exposed rebar of construction sites. Thermal imaging locates him hiding beneath bulldozer equipment at development site 47C. 20-year manhunt experience during Soviet operations proves inadequate against modern surveillance technology and coordinated law enforcement response. Arrest. 16:51 hours. Tactical units surround Jose's position with weapons drawn. He emerges from concealment with hands visible and empty. Professional soldier recognizes defeat and accepts capture with military discipline. No resistance offered. No dramatic confrontation. No final shootout. Arrest occurs without violence because Jose understands that hopeless tactical situations require surrender rather than suicidal heroics. Henderson Police Evidence Room. June 4, 2000. Search warrant execution at Jose's apartment reveals sophisticated weapons cache hidden in false floor compartment. Firearms, 4 assault rifles, 3 handguns, 1 sniper rifle. Explosives, C4 plastic explosive, detonators, timer devices, body armor, military-grade vests and helmets, communications, encrypted radios and surveillance equipment, cash, $212,000 in small bills, accomplice arrests, June 4 to 7, 2000. Miguel Santos is taken into custody at a Henderson motel. DNA analysis links him to biological evidence recovered from the Ross Dress for Less crime scene. Sentenced to life imprisonment without parole. Ramon Valdez surrenders to police after media appeals from family members. Pleads guilty to armed robbery charges. Receives 25-year sentence. Oscar Cisneros hangs himself in Clark County Detention Center before trial. Suicide note admits participation in Desert Inn shooting. Trial preparation, August 2000. Clark County District Attorney assembles overwhelming evidence package. Physical evidence, DNA matches, ballistic analysis, fingerprints. Video evidence, clear facial identification from Bellagio cameras. Witness testimony, surviving guards identify Jose through lineup financial evidence. Stolen money recovered from apartment. Defense attorney argues military training created psychological conditioning incompatible with civilian life. PTSD from combat operations in Angola and Afghanistan. Reduced mental capacity due to Soviet brainwashing techniques. District Court of Nevada, February 14, 2001. Jose Vigoa faces trial on 46 criminal counts. Prosecutors file 2 counts of homicide in the first degree. Robbery charges, 6 counts armed robbery. Weapons violations, 18 counts illegal firearms possession. Conspiracy charges, multiple counts. Criminal conspiracy. Media coverage describes him as Vegas's most dangerous criminal. Sentencing, March 7, 2001. Judge Patricia Williams announces sentence. Homicide counts, 2 life terms without parole possibility. Robbery charges, 2 additional life terms. Additional charges, 360 to 760 years. Total sentence ensures Jose Vigoa will end in prison, regardless of appeals or legal challenges. Even behind bars, Jose Vigoa would not stop fighting the system that had rejected him.